Hi, it's Jonathan Clark, founder of HGE and author of Ignite and Unshackle, the Latent Power of You. I've got a quick question for you. How do you take your life story and the advice that you have for other people on how they can improve their life and build their business and build it into a six-figure income from it? Well, it's something that I figured out how to do over the last 20 years, and I'd like to share some insider secrets with you. So in this video, I'm going to teach you 5 advanced strategies. If you want to become the next guru in your field, then take out a pen and paper because you're going to want to write this stuff down. How do you do it? How can you get your how-to information into the hands of people who would really benefit from your stuff? So stick with me because I guarantee you will learn a lot and you'll come away with useful takeaways that you can apply today. And you'll tell all your friends about this video because the video is that good. So in this video, you're going to learn how I went from a specky asthmatic civil servant working in the Department of Social Security to running my own business from home and having a life by using these 5 expert strategies that a lot of big name gurus don't actually know about. This is about making tons of money by simply helping other people run their life or their business better. If you have any advice on how to do something well, you can get paid to pass that information on to others.
So let's begin. Here's some of the results that I've gotten. I'm going to show you how I used the License Unlocker letter to write a short ebook and get it downloaded by hundreds of company employees. I'll show you how I've pulled in 5-figure months. I'll show you how I get coaching clients to pay me to work with them without becoming enslaved and chained to my phone. I call that the counter-continuity contagion. And I'll tell you how a weird little mishap on the web actually made me a lot of money by accident. I'm going to show you how to get paid month after month after month for helping people. All these results you're going to learn in this video. But let me start by making a few assumptions about you as you're watching this video. I'm guessing that you're tired of working your guts out for a living, but you don't really know how to dig an escape tunnel or find a viable alternative. And you've probably received some bad advice along the way. Maybe you dream of quitting all that drudge and tedious work that you do day by day, and you'd love to get paid to help other people by inspiring them with your story and how-to advice. You probably have no idea how to position yourself or differentiate yourself so you actually get clients and make money doing what you love. I'll bet you're not even sure what an expert is or if you qualify as an expert at all. That's okay, you're about to learn how to do this business. Maybe you've gone to a seminar or read a book, but it didn't really give you the real nuts and bolts of how to do all this in the real world. Again, this is just a free video that I'm giving you to show you how authors, speakers, seminar leaders, coaches and online marketers do what they do. I know that you can do all this, but you need some tips on how to earn a residual income from the knowledge that's already in your head.
I'm hoping that you get value from this and then you'll put your hand up and you'll express interest in my new program by putting your name and email into the box so you get early notice when I release the next training video. See, I just want you to get your message out there, and I'm sure that really soon you're going to have tons of insights into how you can do this too. See, I help people change their lives. To be honest, I've always felt the desire to help people, and when I began to get results using these methods on myself, it never crossed my mind to work with other people. I never set out to be a therapist or a coach or a trainer. I was going to be a journalist. But once you know how to change a food addiction and your mate's sister's sitting next to you at dinner and she confides in you that she's hooked on pizza, why wouldn't you help? And that's always been my core drive, and it still is, to help people. And I'm not a complete altruist because it's my business and I do expect to be paid, but that was always my passion. Maybe you've seen Star Wars when Obi-Wan Kenobi told the Imperial Stormtroopers, "These aren't the droids you're looking for," and "These aren't the droids I'm looking for," and they let them pass, instantly changing their minds. And I thought, wouldn't it be really cool to be able to do that? I want someone to come to me with a problem, like I'm comfort eating because I'm depressed. And with a wave of my hand, I tell them, change now. And they stop. That would be magic. That would be real magic. Now, it's not like the way you think it is. Maybe you bought an ebook on how to be an online marketer, or you spent some money on some DVDs that promised your computer would start spewing £20 notes if you sold some stuff off a website, or you liked the idea, but you never followed it through. Or maybe you're already a busy business professional in your chosen field, but you'd like more recognition and more reward for all the hard graft that you've put in so far. Problem is, how do you get out of the rat race? Where do you start? I had to figure all this out on my own. See, at school I was terrified of reading aloud in class. I'd get really scared, I'd break out in a sweat, I'd stutter, and my chest would feel like it was going to burst and I couldn't breathe. In fact, I used to dodge English classes in case I'd have to read out loud. Especially plays, where you can see your line coming closer and closer as you go down the page, and the closer it got, the more nervous I got. So I ended up with a duodenal ulcer by the time I was 19, because I was so nervous and timid with people. Imagine that, I managed to burn a hole in my stomach with my brain. What a crap superpower. So at 20 years of age, I'm on a drug called Tagamet, which lines your intestines to prevent irritation. I called it an old man's drug. I actually found it nearly impossible to say hello to people I knew. So I keep my head down, I'd avoid eye contact, I'd stay locked up tight, and I was shut down emotionally. Can you relate to that at all? You've probably heard the old cliche about fear that spells false evidence appearing real, or what I call F everything and run. Now, my brother studied psychology, so I started to read all these really thick, heavy books about Freud and Adler and traditional behavioural change. But Freud said it would take 300 hours of therapy for the average person to change. Then again, Freud was a coke addict. Or if you prefer Carl Jung, well, he based his psychological archetypes on the major arcana of the tarot deck. So don't preach to me about traditional approaches. And I started reading about personal development, purely for my own benefit. They say that people often get into self-help books for one of two reasons, either inspiration or desperation. Well, I was pretty desperate. Now, I'm not a psychiatrist or psychologist, but I have spent 2 decades now in the personal development world helping people transform their lives, especially when they're in crisis. And I've learned and I've taught advanced techniques like neuro-linguistic programming, NLP, and hypnosis. Because for me, it was always about making changes. If you're not happy with the results you're creating, then change what you're doing. Whining and complaining won't make a jot of difference. I know, I tried whining and complaining and nothing got any better. And the truth is, no one's going to come and rescue you. The sooner you realise that it's up to you, the better. It's what you do that counts. So initially I did private therapy one-on-one to help people and earn some money. Then I started doing workshops one-on-many to try and share this mindset with as many people as possible. And then in the late 90s, I came across a magazine article on the blossoming field of life coaching, which had just arrived from the USA in the United Kingdom, and I saw a natural extension to what I was already doing. Scottish people love American stuff, don't they? Have you ever noticed that Scottish people sing with American accents? So anyway, NLP helped me to help my clients clear up the mental clutter and the limitations that hold us back. Life coaching looks at the external factors that make you who you are, whether it's your health, your eating habits, your family, your relationships, your money, your environment, and your career. And the great thing about all of that was it could all be done over the phone. You could have a weekly in-depth chat with your own confidant who would never judge you, who'd only gently explore, guide, and help you to move in baby steps towards your life goals. No embarrassment, no shaming. So now I had a whole bunch of tools to improve my own life and the lives of other people on both the inside and the outside. And I figured out how to succeed in each of the 5 main areas. Number 1, how to become an author, writing books and articles. You can succeed as a speaker, number 2. You can run your own seminars, have a discovery experience with a bunch of other people. You can offer number 4, which is coaching, either individually or as a group. And number 5, internet marketing, where you're selling your information 24/7 on the internet. Each of these 5 areas I figured out, and that's led to having a great lifestyle where I work for myself from home and I can pick my son up from school, take time off, and I don't have to answer to anybody.
So that's led me to sharing the stage with people like Anna Ryder Richardson, Caroline Munro, the Bond girl, Brandon Bays, one of Tony Robbins' trainers. Maybe not A-list celebrities, but rather people who have earned their stripes and worked their way up the ladder by learning their craft and understanding positioning. You can do it as an author too. Here are the 3 books that I've written so far. My first book is a massive 500-page personal development book called Ignite and Unshackle the Latent Power of You, which explains my HGE methodology, how to be and get absolutely everything you want in life naturally, easily, and quickly. My second book is called Jonathan Clark's Guide to Marketing Your Business Online, which is all about web marketing and lead generation. And in 2014, I published Lose Weight for Scotland, Crush Obesity, Add Years to Your Life, and Look Good Naked. Now, I've sold books and helped other people publish and sell their own books. For example, one of my students came to me and told me about his daughter Christy, who was diagnosed as dyslexic and was apparently told by her teacher that she'd never amount to anything. Well, she went and wrote a gothic romance novel, and I helped her package, publish and promote her book. Bet the teacher isn't a published author like Christy is. I also run live training courses and seminars which evolve people and send them out armed with knowledge and skills to make their lives easier and a lot more fun. We break wooden boards, we do hypnosis, we study Hawaiian magic, and best of all, we have a ball doing it. I've worked with professional sports people, Scottish celebrities, Morgan Stanley, Barclays, and I've got thousands of delighted clients. My work's been featured in the Daily Mail, the Fred Macaulay Show, STV2, Radio Clyde, the Sunday Post and the Glasgow Herald. And I'm going to show you how to do all this too. The message here is that I'm having so much fun spreading my message, and so can you. And I've studied with all the big names: Tony Robbins, Frank Kern, Bernadette Doyle, Brendan Burchard, Mike Koenigs, Eben Pagan, John Gray, Jay Abraham, so you don't have to. Save yourself a fortune and take years off the learning curve and let me be your guru. Remember, guru simply means experiential wisdom being passed from a teacher to a student. I spent tens of thousands of my own money and devoted years of study, and I've modelled what all of them teach and synthesised it into a paint by numbers, step-by-step process that I've called the Guru Factory, which simply means a system or a production line where different component parts are assembled and then broadcast out across every major platform: Google, Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, YouTube, all the social bookmarking sites, all the article directories and blogs. I can show you how to get yourself out there everywhere now.
Now please hear me, I don't want you to think this specky geek is just bragging about what he can do. No, I'm looking for 12 committed individuals who want to own their market and be the go-to person in their industry, the most visible provider of their product or their service in their city, and probably the most visible in the country, and getting paid very, very well to do it too. Now, a lot of people right now are struggling financially. Everything costs more. Bread's more expensive, food costs more, rail fares are ridiculous. But at the same time, wages have barely increased. So now it's harder to maintain the lifestyle that you're used to. Your money doesn't go as far. So you've got 2 choices. You either cut back your spending, but you've probably stripped it to the bone already, or you increase your income. And all the while, you have talent, skills, expertise, knowledge, great useful information that other people would need right now and would happily pay you for if you just made it available. Now, if you don't believe me, think about this. Can you drive? Right now, there's someone housebound who would love to be taken to the shops or to the coast. Can you swim? Right now, there's kids whose parents can't afford swimming lessons, but you could teach them. Do you make a great casserole or fantastic cupcakes? Couldn't you write a small recipe book and sell it on a website that I'll build for you? Maybe you're a wedding florist, or do you make flower bouquets? Could you shoot a video of yourself making up your next flower display? course you could. Could you narrate it as you go? Yes. You could be like the Jamie Oliver of roses. Could you then turn that into a video, or burn it onto a DVD, or write it up like an instruction manual? Absolutely. Have you always wanted to write a book? Well, I can show you how to do that and get it on Amazon in the next 30 days. How? Well, let me let you into a little secret. You don't write it.
See, I spent thousands of pounds flying to Hawaii on 5 separate occasions over 3 years to study the ancient healing and psychology techniques of Huna. And the entrepreneur in me is thinking, okay, how do I make sure that I get a return on my investment? See, if it works, I'll refine it and I'll teach it. That's always been my mantra. I call it SLAM IT, which stands for study, learn, apply, manifest some results, improve it, and then teach it.
I remember my Hawaiian kumu, or teacher, finally giving me permission to teach Huna. And I thought to myself, just as well, because I taught a seminar last month, and as soon as I get back, I'm going to be teaching this one.
So to help you understand how to do all this, let me bust some myths. Can you be a guru? Well, you can if you get past the following mistaken beliefs. Number 1, the belief that you need to be rich or get lucky. Wrong. In the how-to space, it's your struggle and your journey that got you here that gives you credibility and the right to teach. You've been through problems other people have right now, but you found a way around those problems or through them or over them, and you could help other people do the same. Myth number 2 is that you need to be famous first. Wrong. Lots of celebrities are ill, bankrupt, or alcoholic or addicted. In this industry, he who markets best wins. Who can you help and how can you reach them? That's what's important. Myth number 3 is that knowledge is power. Again, no, it's not. If you've got a web connection, you can find out about anything, about how to do any topic on the planet. So it's not about knowing more. It's about letting people know that you know more. Information is not power. Marketing is power. The 4th myth is that it takes years to get credibility. No. You just need to know how to position yourself because you've gotten results already, haven't you? You know your eggs, so you're qualified. All it needs is some positioning and some promotion. Myth number 5, you need to be in the media to get known, like on chat shows and in the news. Again, not true. I know loads of people who've been on TV, magazines and the media and nothing came of it. Oh, they were all proud of their telly appearance. They Facebooked their pals, they cut out the magazine article, but in the end, it led nowhere. Campaigning makes you wealthy. Strategic drip feed campaigns are what brings you customers, makes you sales, and brings you profit. The 6th myth is that it's all about branding. You need to be a household name, then you'll be successful. Another mistake. Spending money on branding means nothing if your brand means nothing. In the new economy that we're in, you need to be a solution. People don't want a fancy logo that doesn't get results. People want something that does the job. So here's the truth. This is what I call the conveyor belt or the marketing funnel. This is the secret spine that holds together most smart businesses. Your job is to bring as many people as possible into your funnel by offering some free stuff, going out there and speaking, getting people to raise their hand as interested. You'll come across this concept if you've studied internet marketing. You give people free stuff in the first instance, like I'm doing in this video, in the hope that they'll ultimately come back and spend money with you. Then they go deeper into your business, into your product or service or treatment. They maybe buy your book or your CD, or they spend money with you coming on your workshop or your retreat. So this is what every successful business does. Think about Amazon. This is what every smart business does. You buy item A, they offer you item B. When you get item B in the post, there's an offer of item C in the box. So you stumbled across Tony Robbins. Maybe you watched him on YouTube. Then you send away for his book. Before long, you're on his live event where he'll sell you hard on his mastermind coaching program. If you don't have this kind of funnel system set up, then your business isn't going to work. And don't worry, I actually help you set up your funnel with you so that you can concentrate on the stuff you know and let me do all the techie stuff that you don't have to.
So I promised you 5 strategies that you can use today. You can write a downloadable ebook, you can run your own seminar, you can have coaching clients, and you can master internet marketing so that you can let everyone know that you have these products and services on offer.
So let's talk about the first strategy for authors, first of all. If you can write your knowledge into 30 pages or less, you can make money licensing your information out to organizations. This is just one secret strategy that I've never taught before. So you ready? What if major companies were all reading your how-to advice? Do you think they would look at you differently? Would that lead to more workshops and product sales? Of course it would. So I've called this the License Unlocker letter. So what you do is you listen to what organisations are saying out there in the marketplace in that industry, an industry you know about. You watch the news, the industry papers, the in-house magazines, or you can research that field online. So let's say you find out that in the financial services world, they're all really concerned with commission clawback. So when a customer cancels a policy, the financial advisor who sold that policy has to repay the commission, right? And you happen to be a financial advisor, or that's your background. You could write a small 20-30 page ebook on that topic of commission clawback, and then you approach 10 companies in that industry. So let me illustrate with a story.
I was looking into the armed forces resettlement industry. Guys coming out of the forces and being retrained to go into civvy life, civvy street. And I saw a pattern of them all talking about retraining. So I keep hearing about being able to stand up and do public speaking or build their self-confidence. There's loads of companies selling public speaking training to ex-forces personnel because it gives them a better chance of getting a good job as they move back into civilian life. So I wrote a short ebook on how ex-forces guys and gals can use NLP presentation techniques to be more confident and influential. Then I sent it to 10 companies all in that resettlement industry for free, and I asked them to read it and just let me know what they thought of it. Then I got 2 or 3 bits of feedback, which effectively were testimonials from people in the industry. Next, I decided to pitch the ebook to one of the companies, including the testimonial in my letter. Now I'm actually going to give you the letter that I sent them. I'm going to give you the word for word letter so you can use it yourself. You can research the problem areas in that industry yourself, or you can pay someone to write the ebook for you. And it basically says, hi, blah, blah, blah. I see that you're focusing on confidence or retraining, and it's great that you're doing that. However, there's a problem. No one's explaining it well, and not enough of your people know how to do it. Well, I'd like to offer you some help, which testimonial person's name has already reviewed. I've written a white paper. Here's the outline, which is basically the contents page. Here's what one of your competitors said, testimonial comments. Maybe we could make it a downloadable ebook so all your staff could access it online. Let me know if that sounds like an idea. Hope that helps. Jonathan Clark. So what are we doing here? Well, first of all, we're building rapport, building trust, saying I think it's a great thing that you're doing this. We're then talking about a problem that's going on in their world, and I'm offering a solution. And there's a testimonial. I've said I've written a quick white paper on blah 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 to outline exactly what it takes to get the goal. Here's what one of your competitors said. I hope you can see the value in this white paper and see how we can edit it or make it suitable to your employees exclusively. Now that may sound complicated to you, but if you download the letter, you'll see it for yourself. And out of the 10 companies you approach, about 3 will contact you back, and then you pitch it to them. So let me ask you, can you tweak a 1-page letter that I give you? Probably. Can you post a letter? Yes. Can you answer a phone call? Yes. It's what I call the License Unlocker letter, because it unlocks, it gets past the gatekeeper. You can use it and you can make some serious money doing so.
you'll hate the next one too, because it's really easy as well. And I call this the company courtship campaign. Now, this is a speaker strategy, okay? Now, most people in the speaking world would tell you to do something really dumb, to speak for free all over the place and hopefully get on the circuit. Then you'll magically get spotted. Well, good luck with that plan. Or send your brochure or a demo DVD and send it to hundreds of people in the mail so you'll get booked. Highly unlikely. So forget all those outdated methods, if they ever did work. Here's a better way. And let me illustrate with a story. Imagine you meet somebody for the first time and they sit down and spend the next hour with you, telling you all about how great they are. What goes through your mind? What a tosser, right? Well, that's like sending out a brochure that tells them how great you are. No one cares. So here's a better way. You talk all about them. You send a letter to companies that you'd like to talk for, okay, their events or in front of their staff, or the event organisers for conferences and exhibitions. But you don't send a demo DVD or a brochure. No, you're going to see that person not as a prospect to sell, but as a client that you're going to train. You're going to train that person in your topic by drip feeding small bits of information in your chosen niche over time. So they learn about you and they get value into the bargain. So you're sending them useful, practical, how-to stuff that they can take away and use immediately to get a tangible result. So now their casseroles are amazing, or they're making delicious cupcakes, all thanks to you, whatever your area of expertise is. So next time they need a speaker, who are they going to hire? The blowhard who brags about themselves, or the helpful person who persisted? Now I call this the company courtship campaign. Here's how it works. You write 8 short articles on your topic. 8 areas that you know a lot about. And in a 1-page handout which tells them who you are, what you talk about, why you're different, and why this topic is important. And ideally, if you could put some testimonials on there, that'd be even better. And by the way, I can create all that for you too. Then you mail one every week for 8 weeks. Now that's a letter in the post with a live stamp, right? Not email. And you send each of those articles with the 1-page handout and maybe a nice cover letter that's fun and playful. And each article has to be useful, but it's just a sheet of A4, maybe 4 paragraphs. You could even have a link to your YouTube video, could you not? A video of you talking about your topic and teaching a cool tip. See how easy this is? But it's strategic. Now the next week they get another letter with a second article on a hot topic in their industry. Maybe you're commenting on the buzz in that field. The third week they get an upcoming conference or event that's going on in their industry, and you could tell them you're going and you invite them to meet you for a coffee at the event. So you're creating rapport over 8 weeks with that person. Of course, you could even friend them on Facebook or connect with them on LinkedIn, couldn't you? And all the while they're receiving free value from you and seeing you as the guru. Now what if the next letter discusses a competitor's strategy or highlights some new information or news about their competition? The next letter in the sequence might be a silly YouTube video that's related to their field. I remember sending a Chinese restaurant a video of a Chinese chef setting himself on fire in the kitchen by accident. The restaurant was called The Hot Wok. It was silly, but it got me the gig. You get the idea. You just keep following up until you get a response. That's the new way to market yourself as a speaker. Okay? Target acquired, and then start the drip feed. It makes you stand out, it makes you different, it makes you fun, but you're still knowledgeable. One definition of the word guru is an imparter of knowledge who dispels the darkness of ignorance. You can banish the darkness for them and earn a good living doing it. Now imagine you're sending 10 letters to 10 different companies every week. Do you think you might get a response? There's an old phrase that says the fortune's in the follow-up. So next time they need a guest speaker, or they're having an away day and they're asking themselves, who do we know that could talk to our team about confidence?
Who are they going to think of? You, the guru. Now let's talk about seminars. And this is a great way to get paid for your knowledge, because anytime you can work one-on-many instead of one-on-one, you prosper. Everyone prospers. A classic example is personal trainers who book hour-long exercise sessions with their clients. Well, there's an automatic ceiling on their earnings because there's only so many hours in the day, and there's also a limit to how many workouts they can physically handle. But ask yourself this: would you rather work for an hour and earn one fee, or would you like to speak to a group of people for an hour and earn 100 fees? So I'm suggesting that you do a group workshop or seminar so people can come to get to know you in person. Videos like this only cover so much. If you want to get the deep immersion version, then you need to come to a live event.
Okay, here's secret strategy number 3, and I call it the payoff propulsion plan. The high-end seminars can make you a lot of money in a very short space of time, whether it's a day or a weekend. If you imagine you've got 10 people, each paying you £250 a head, then that's £2,500 in one weekend. So you have to get good at mastering getting the attendees to come in the first place. That's what's called the front end. And then the back end too, where they can invest in further teachings or products. So many speakers leave money on the table when they don't offer their students the next step. And I see this all the time because I'm a bit of a seminar junkie. At the end of the seminar, the audience wants something to take home, or they want to progress their learning. All the top people in the seminar industry use different ways to market their seminars. Here's a new way for you to use that hardly anybody is using, and I call it the payoff propulsion plan. You train your prospects so much that they want the next level. Okay, so ask yourself this question: what's the end goal that your client wants to achieve? Do they want to earn £1,000 a month? Do they want to write a book? Do they want to get in shape? Do they want to master something? Do they want to get a date? What's their end result that they're after? Now, once you know the end goal, then you break down the 3 or 4 or 5 steps or landmarks that they're going to have to reach on the way to getting their goal. So on the way from point A to point B, what are the stepping stones? What are the major milestones? And then you ask yourself, what's the first step? What's the first thing they'll have to learn? Okay, do they have to set up a blog? Do they have to generate ideas for a book title? What is it? Well, what you do is you give a free giveaway teaching them exactly how to do step 1. That could be a video, it could be a cheat sheet, it could be a webinar. No selling, just help them achieve their first landmark. Now this way you're creating a relationship and you're giving them really good helpful tips and how-to information. And that invokes a psychological trigger called reciprocity. Now then you follow up with an offer to help them reach step 2, but only if they give you their name and email address first. So you've moved them 20-25% of the way closer to their goal, and they'll love you for it, for free. So will they open your next email? Of course they will. The anticipation builds. You help them at 0 cost. So they're thinking on some level, if that's what I get for free, what do I get if I pay them? So then, this is what you do. And this is the secret sauce. When they sign up for the next step, you plug them into an autoresponder. Now that's a sequence of pre-written emails that go out in order, following them up automatically with free training on your blog. So you're building that relationship over time. Now they're invited to leave comments and questions on your blog, and you're building a list of interested prospects. Each free training teaches them how to do the next step and has a link to your next seminar. So all in one package, you're getting multiple exposures, they're building trust, and they're building anticipation. And a percentage of them will buy your seminar ticket. You see how this works?
They become raving fans, they keep getting sent to your sales page, drip feed reminding, positioning, training, all the while building a following, building a list, and a warm market. And most of it is automated. That's the payoff propulsion plan. So that's 3 strategies so far. The 4th key method is a coaching method.
Okay, I call this the coaching gym. Now, if you're a life coach or you want to be a business coach, then you might find this quite different from what you've heard so far. So the truth is, most coaches earn less than £10,000 per year, and that's rubbish. And another home truth is that one-on-one coaching is exhausting, and it binds you to the phone all the time, and you can only do so many coaching calls per week. Now, group coaching, on the other hand, backed up with community resources, is the fastest way to become a well-paid coach. Remember what I said about one-on-one versus one-on-many? Well, this is much, much easier and much more lucrative, and the client gets more value too, so it's win-win. And I call it the coaching gym. Now, see how you can apply this to your situation. Basically, you're going to train a group of people once a month by seminar, maybe on Google Hangouts or a webinar. You have one-to-one private calls with each member, maybe once a quarter, and you have a live 2-day event exclusively for that group, maybe twice a year. So the members can network, they can form alliances, they can do joint ventures, they can get their individual questions answered, and they can learn from you at the same time, and maybe even a guest speaker or two that you bring in for added value. Now, I learned how to do this with my fully booked bootcamp program over 12 months, and then the Alchemy Challenge program, which was over 6 months. I'm about to do something very similar with the Guru Factory. You also give them an exclusive members-only website, which allows them to access training and interact with the community. Now, the cool thing about this is that when you're dealing with highly motivated individuals, they all share the same goals, and you can train them all at the same time. And you can be paid a monthly membership every month in residual income. I'm a member of several mastermind groups like this, and they're really useful, and I'm happy to pay for it month in, month out, because it's peer support, it's motivational, and it's great value for money. So you get a monthly group webinar, you get 4 private calls a year, you get 2 live events a year, and access to a membership site that grows and expands every month. So imagine if you had 10 members paying you £97 a month. That's an extra £1,000 a month in your bank account. Would £1,000 a month make a difference to your life right now? If you had 100 members, that's £9,700 per month. That's over £100,000 a year. This is an incredibly powerful model.
Now, hopefully this video has given you some ideas. And what if the membership site was all set up for you, so all you need to do is focus on what you know and keep all the money? So this is our last and final strategy that I have used successfully that's so simple, and I'm going to show it to you today for free so you can think about doing it for yourself.
So let me tell you about the membership or continuity model, where someone pays you every month for access to your information. This actually started with the porn industry, of all places, where a lot of members are paying a monthly fee to access the same website. Now that soon adds up. 50 people paying £47 a month is £2,350 a month. All you have to do is put your information on a membership website. The problem is, membership websites are a technical nightmare. There's online security, which is a constant issue, and the customer service can actually overwhelm you. Well, here's a better way. And of course, it's got to have a funky name like the other 4, so I call it the Counter Continuity Contagion. You create 1 training video a month for your members. So that's maybe 30 to 90 minutes of good, solid, valuable training in that video. You then create 2 articles or downloadable resources, like a cheat sheet or an assessment, whatever goes with it. Now you get the video transcribed, so now you've got a PDF transcript so people can read it too. Now remember, different people take information in through different modalities. Then you post all this content on a regular open source web page, not a membership site. On the bottom of the web page, there's a subscribe button where people can sign up to get the monthly training. It says something like this: subscribe to get your monthly training for £47 per month. Click here. Now guess what? Because it's not locked, because it's not password protected in any way, people are going to steal the link and spread it to their friends and colleagues. Let's be honest. No passwords required. Now, online marketers freak out when I show them this. But here's what happens. Your information spreads virally. Now, yes, this is a controversial model, more and more people grab it. If they want the past trainings, they can go into their email inbox and go and find the email for that month. There's no logins, there's no password, it's really, really simple. Low cost, simples. So let me walk you through what happens. You come to the website, you click the subscribe button, and every month you get sent a link by email with the new content. If you like the content and you want to share it with a couple of people who you know would like it too, you can email them the link. Now this is where the membership site connoisseurs go bananas. Online marketers scream, oh, wait a minute, John, that means other people are watching your stuff for free. Yes, it does. Well, that's not fair. They're getting all that value for nothing. Yes, they are. And if they find value in it, they're going to subscribe and pay the monthly fee to get future trainings. Actually, it's viral marketing and it's free. I'm reaching brand new people that I would never have met. And as the average Facebook user has 150 friends, I'm delighted if they share it on Facebook too. So try this model, you'll love it.
The truth is, I discovered this by accident. Here's what happened. I used to have a membership website that cost me £2,000 to buy and set up, and it took a lot of maintenance. The first time I promoted it, I got about 123 members, all paying £19.97 per month. So that's about £2,500 in monthly income, by the way. Then 2 years later, the company that ran it folded, and the site disappeared. All my content, all the videos, the articles, the audio recordings, everything gone. So rather than sink more money into rebuilding it all, what I did was I set up a one-page site for speed. I put a new video and article on that page with no secure login or passwords, and I emailed all the old members so they could at least have something quickly until I was able to get some new material together. Of them, about 100 of the 123 people resubscribed to the new page. Now, a month later, after I'd uploaded the new content onto the page, I went to email the members and I discovered that I now had 180 subscribed. I thought, wait a minute, I only had 100 before. There's an extra 80 people here who've signed up for it. And I realised something was going on. See, every single month that site gained somewhere between 20 and 100 new members every time I sent out that monthly email. What was happening was people were simply sharing it with their friends and colleagues. Now, that's free advertising and it's viral marketing at its best. Very cool. So there you have it. 5 advanced strategies that I've never taught before for you to model and use in your own area of expertise. If you're an architect, a furniture restorer, a Reiki master, an accountant, a cupcake connoisseur, a model glider enthusiast, doesn't matter. These will work in your industry. There are thousands of people right now out there who would happily pay you money to know what you know so they can get better results in their own lives.
So we've covered 5 major areas. Number 1 was authors, write ebooks, books and articles. Number 2 was speakers, which is speaking to groups and giving presentations. Number 3 is seminar leaders, running workshops or seminars where you teach other people. 4th category was coaches, where you run coaching programs and help people on a regular basis. And then the 5th one is online marketing, where you succeed by marketing your stuff online.
Now, you may have watched this and you think, this is a bit too advanced for little old me. Or you may be thinking, I love this, I'm inspired, tell me more. So here's what I'd like to do for you. If you click the link somewhere on this page, you'll be taken to a sign up page where you can put your name and email address in, and I'll let you see what's next. Plus, I'll send you the next video, which is all about how to position yourself in the marketplace so people start to see you as the go-to person in your field. And feel free to ask any questions or leave a comment in the box underneath the video. So you need to be perceived in your area as a guru or an expert. The minute you say, I'm a life coach or I'm an architect, the minute you say, I'm you've just put yourself into a category or a group of other people. There's thousands of architects, there's thousands of life coaches. So why should I come to you and not one of them? You need to be able to tell me why, and I'm going to cover that in the next video.
Now, some people will tell you that all you need to do is set up a free Facebook page or a free website, stick your product on there, and people will flock to you with their wallets open. The millionaire in your underwear. Tenors are going to fly out your computer screen. Absolute crap. Hogwash. Never going to happen. There's so much more to it than that. A lot of so-called marketers will sell you a new app or a piece of software or a bunch of CDs, and they'll try to convince you that all you need is their whiz-bang product or rehashed digital product, and you'll make squillions. Well, guess what? Wrong. Please don't fall for that crap. There's so much more you need to do before you open up your shop and start to try selling your wares. Maybe you think you already know how to monetize what you know and earn from your intellectual property. Well, to that I say, why aren't you doing it then? I don't mean to be brutal, but if you're still watching this video, you're either new to all of this, or you only have some of the jigsaw pieces so far and you're looking to glue it all together.
So go ahead and do that. Enter your details on the opt-in page and I'll be sending you the next video. In the meantime, you can download the License Unlocker letter and use it to approach companies and get your material in front of them. Now I know I've thrown a lot at you in this video, but I hope you found these 5 tips valuable and you're inspired to up your game and consider the possibility of creating a whole second income, or maybe a main income, getting what you know out of your head and out into the world and getting paid to do so. Remember that right now you know stuff that people would sell their granny to know, and all it's doing is gathering dust in some corner of your mind. Don't let that happen. Be the expert. Build a platform and become known for an area of specialism or expertise. Because if you don't, someone else will. And if you're not going to be one of my students, you're going to be up against some stiff competition in the very near future. There are a lot of people out there trapped in jobs they hate. And the one thing that lights them up is helping other people. I can show you how to position yourself in such a way that other people happily pay you to show them how to do what you've already done. And you can do this on the side, or you can do it full time. And I've now got it down to a step-by-step system that can make you 6 figures a year. All you need to do to learn more is enter your name and email in the page, and you'll get an email when the next video is released, and you'll get a copy of the License Unlocker. So till then, I hope our timelines cross again sometime. Take care, see you later, bye bye.